for the subsurface cluster. Please join me to welcome our esteemed panelists, starting with from توطين, Mr. Salim Tautau, the Cluster Development Manager, Mr. Wissam Swell, CEO of DSERV, Mr. Balaji, the General Manager of ESS, I'll start first with Mr. Salim Tautau. If you can give us an overview of the توطين program, its objectives, and its importance to the energy sector.
Thank you, Saeed. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this session. I'd like, first of all, to welcome you as guests, and I'd like to also, I want you to join me to welcome our esteemed panelists. And I hope that you will have lots of questions for us today, obviously from the supplier perspective. To start with, I'd like just to shed some light on obviously what is the localization that we are aiming for. The localization basically that توطين has put in place is actually a unique program whereby we enable our suppliers, and the suppliers could be new companies, new ventures, or existing suppliers already that are playing in the market, in the energy sector market, whereby they have possibilities to expand supplying basically the energy sector for all the services, goods, and manufacturing as well. So I think I'll stop here. If there is anything else, we'll add as we go along.
Thank you, Salim. Very interesting. On the subject of the positive impact of توطين, Mr. Balaji, can you share with us how did your company positively benefit from توطين?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Balaji. I represent a company called ESS, Essential Systems and Services. We started operations in 2005. It's a part and parcel of Busware Holding. What we do is industrial automation, and we also manufacture skids. Right from 2005 onwards, we work with a big company called Honeywell, which is our bread and butter even today. 30 to 40% of the business we do Honeywell fire and gas systems. We initially did a trading activity from 2005 to 2008, but later thought, why don't we manufacture panels that can help us develop or do some localization, yes. And توطين was the recent initiative. I think from 2020 onwards, we started working with the organization. 21, 22 was a bit tough due to COVID, but 23 we had the way to go forward. As Qatar Energy's initiative, توطين was not that easy for us, to be very honest here. It took us around 1.5 years, several meetings, several discussions. توطين staff, I would like to really thank them here on the stage, because every step we move, we are new to this توطين and to the market, but they helped us a lot in getting through this saga. When we got approval from توطين, they appointed a special engineer who visits us regularly. Even today, they come to us, talk to us, tell them what is plus, what is minus, what can we do to enhance the operations in the company. For توطين, I would recommend all the local companies in Qatar should take the initiative to bring in the Vision 2030. What we actually enjoy today out of توطين cannot be spoken over a meeting like this. But what we see in the future and the days to come is something which is really good. As a matter of fact, some of the orders which we are now executing in Qatar Energy and associated companies of Qatar Energy are through توطين. Yeah, they have discussed well in advance. They take initiatives to make sure that a توطين approved company has a better say in the jobs what we implement. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Balaji. The توطين role is to support suppliers and make sure that they are developed until they deliver the approved product. We're happy to receive this positive feedback from you. Mr. Khalid, can you shed some light as well on your experience, positive experience, and how did you benefit from توطين being in the market?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أنا اسمحوا لي بتكلم لغة عربية.
You can translate if need be. يلا تفضل شيخ خالد.
احنا الحمد لله شركة طموحة. بدأنا بقصة مختلفة شوية. أولا احنا مش من شركات البترول والغاز أو الخدمات المباشرة، هي خدمات غير مباشرة. استطعنا أن نحصل على ثقة توطين، واستطعنا أيضا نحقق المتطلبات اللي موجودة في توطين. الحمد لله قصة نجاحنا بدأت بأن احنا كنا نستورد المنظفات منذ عام 2002. فلما وصلنا في 2014 افتتحنا مصنع صغير بعد ما كان عملنا في تجارة المنظفات لمدة 12 سنة. وكان خلال 12 سنة أيضا كنا قد بنينا قاعدة من العملاء، فتم يعني الاتفاق مع جهات كثيرة، سواء كانت شو نسميه الشلف ماركت، الهايبر ماركت، أو الهولسيل ماركت مثل شركات النظافة وغيرها. في 2014 ابتدينا بمصنع صغير، وفي نفس الوقت احنا ابتدينا بالاحتضان. الآن هذه المرحلة الثالثة. المرحلة الأولى كانت في كيوبيك، كان الاحتضان في كيوبيك حاضنة قطر للأعمال. عملنا مصنع صغير جدا، كنا ننتج بعض المنتجات، وكانت الورشة صغيرة بحدود تقريبا 200 متر. بعدين في 2017 استطعنا أن ننتقل إلى مرحلة أخرى من مراحل أيضا بنك قطر للتنمية، اللي أيضا نقدم لهم الشكر من هذه المنصة. فاستطعنا أن نثبت أنفسنا وقدرتنا وحرصنا على العمل وتقديم المنتجات اللي يطلبها السوق بطريقة جميلة. فحصلنا على ثقتهم في جاهز. وطبعا احنا لما نتكلم على الثقة الأولى والثقة الثانية والآن الحمد لله الثقة الثالثة، احنا نتكلم على جهات أو فرص محدودة تقدم لها مئات أو آلاف الطامعين في مثل هذه الفرص، ولكن الحمد لله استطعنا ان احنا نتغلب على متطلبات المرحلة الأولى في كيوبيك، وأيضا في المرحلة الثانية في جاهز. وخلال فترة الكورونا إذا تذكرون الحمد لله بفضل الله احنا كنا تقريبا المصنع الوحيد اللي يقدم المطهرات والمعقمات. بهالقطر كلهم يعرفون الحمد لله منتجاتنا ومصنعنا. كنا المصنع الوحيد اللي اشتغلنا لمدة تقريبا أول شهرين في الأزمة إلى أن بدأت تتوارد المنتجات. غطينا جميع الأسواق، غطينا جهات الأعمال منها البترول والغاز واللفان، بالإضافة إلى المطار والجمارك، بالإضافة إلى البنوك والشركات والمدارس والمستشفيات. يعني عالم كبير جدا. والحمد لله استطعنا أن احنا نثبت أنفسنا في ظل وجود أكثر من 10 مصانع في البلد، لكن احنا كان عندنا خطة الحمد لله استراتيجية، وكان عندنا مخزون استراتيجي استطعنا أن احنا نغطي هذه الفترة. ثم بعد ذلك لما تم طرح توطين، طبعا بالنسبة لنا فرصة استطعنا أن نثمنها مبكرا، ووجودنا في السوق وحرصنا على المسموعات ومعرفة الجهات اللي تقدم الخدمات. الحمد لله تقريبا جلسنا يمكن 2 أو 3 سنوات، أنا معالي الأستاذ أحمد عدنان أيضا كان شريكنا في العملية، فإلى أن استطعنا أن نقدم الملف المناسب اللي فعلا استطعنا أن نقنع توطين بجدوى اهتمامهم أو احتضانهم لهذا المشروع. والحمد لله الآن احنا أيضا في مراحل متقدمة للخروج أيضا من المرحلة الثانية اللي هي مرحلة الاحتضان من خلال جاهز أو مشروع جاهز والدخول في المرحلة الثالثة وهي رعاية توطين. طبعا سبق لي الحمد لله أن تكلمت عن موضوع توطين في أكثر من لقاء، في التلفزيوني وفي صحافة وفي غيرها. توطين فكرة جميلة خلقتها ظروف، احنا مرينا على ظروف الحصار وظروف الكورونا، فأصبحنا في موقف لا يمكن أن يلدغ المؤمن من جحر مرتين، يجب أن يكون مستعد لأي ظرف كان أيا كان. قد يكون هناك حروب، قد يكون هناك سواء كان حروب حقيقية واقعية أو حتى حروب بيولوجية أو حروب اقتصادية أو غيرها، فلا بد من توطين المنتجات، بمعنى أن تكون المنتجات موجودة في الوطن على الأقل في حد أدنى معقول. ليس فقط الأمن الغذائي وإن كان يعني مهم جدا، لكن أيضا هناك أمن صناعي وهناك مستقبل صناعي. أنا مش عارف آخر
صحيح
وقت إضافي يعني، لكن يعني حبيت أعطي فكرة مجملة يعني لهذا الموضوع.
شكرا أستاذ خالد، نقاط في محلها وقيمة جدا وتعكس الرحلة الشاقة والصعوبات اللي تواجهها كل الشركات المحلية. So Mr. Khalid gave us a transition to some challenges local companies face, and I would like to ask Mr. Wissam, because Delta and DServe is a local, a well-established local company. Maybe they started before the support of توطين and such initiatives. If you can share with us the journey it took for you to establish DServe and have it where it is today, considering that the energy company requirements are having high requirements and high standards to meet. And then what advice you would give the local companies with the presence of توطين to take the advantage of this opportunity to establish and reach the success you had?
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, everyone here. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk. I hope I will make it short. However, I have a long story to say. DServe is belonging to a group of company. We belong to Delta. We started DServe in 2011 as a service company. Frankly speaking, I've been involved with توطين initiative from the beginning, and thank you for all the team there. And I was somehow part of the early discussions starting in 2017. So, frankly speaking, DServe started as a service company mainly. However, when توطين start putting the initiatives on the market and linking us with OEMs and anchors, we notice opportunity having a relation with them. And there is no doubt that the way توطين was initiated in the market and on the global market, let us say, the noise that they made, it's allow us, to tell you the truth, as a local manufacturer to participate with those anchors. And we noticed the language change a lot actually when we start talking to them. Just for the people who don't know, we were in the market since 1995. So we are one of, I think, we are first company getting ISO in Qatar. So, however, I noticed over this journey, almost 30 years, when توطين and the attention of توطين start giving us opportunity as a local manufacturer to participate with the anchors, with the OEMs or IOCs, depends, but these we really, I could tell you many initiatives we could benefit out of them, especially when we were discussing with Weatherford. At the beginning, we were trying to understand each other. We got توطين to help us to sit on panels. And guess what? Today we are discussing on a very big scale. We are not even discussing the local market. We are discussing how we can cooperate on the international market. So we really thank توطين to give us this opportunity to sit with Weatherford as example. By the way, there's a lot of cooperation with other companies, but with Weatherford we are trying now to discuss with them how we could export to the region to region market, even with to the North Africa. So obviously, توطين give us the window, okay, to sit and to prove our capacity and capabilities, knowing that Delta Group is, just for people who don't know, we have very good engineering department, very good capability, manufacturing capabilities, but we were only doing for ourselves. But today, with this introduction from توطين, okay, we started, those OEMs, they start knowing what we have and touching the quality we can provide them, not only for the Qatar market, even for the other markets. There is a lot of meetings happening between us, and I think, and I can see a lot of hope and opportunities. So really, what I can say about توطين and the story here and the journey, I feel we are not only now talking about how can we help, and we are helping actually Qatar Energy and associated, but we are now helping also the region and helping also the anchors, because the anchors saving some cost and some delivery by participating, by partnership with us. So really, it's go beyond توطين, it's go beyond the local market, and I could see this very well. I could see it really very well. So thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to sit on face to face with those companies, which we were not really able to, not because of anything, because of their attention was differently. They were not seeing our facility or the local facilities as stand to their quality. But once they try our products and try our service, they recognize that. So today we are really trying to manage many sub-service products with a lot of OEMs, and we really appreciate this opportunity. Thank you very much. Thank you, توطين. Thank you, Mr. Salim, and thank all. I cannot thank. There is a lot of people there to thank, starting from Mr. Abdulaziz Al-Muftah for sure, and Mr. Salim and Abdulaziz Ansari and all the team behind. I know you're all involved with us, and I'm maybe the first one who know about توطين from His Excellency the Minister. When we met in 2017, and he was telling me there is a big opportunity coming on the way for you locals. So really, thank you very much. I'm very, very glad, and I hope with this now, let us say, a new development I heard about from Mr. Salim the last week when we were in his office. I think there is now a lot of development, a lot of new things on توطين. I'm very excited to tell you the truth, and I'm feeling it is really, this is exactly what we were looking for, maturity. So I think there is a maturity on the system, maturity on the توطين, and I believe we will all get benefit out of it, not only the local suppliers, I think even the anchors and the OEMs. So thank you very much, and sorry I would take 1 hour if you want, but I don't want to talk about
Actually, I was wondering, you said that I'm going to make it short, so if this is short, I wonder what long means to Wasim. No, very good. And I wanted just to add one thing, just to echo to what Wasim says. This is a journey. I mean, when we started obviously, like Khalid says earlier, we started from a situation where we started through the blockade, and we started basically the localization through a very, very, very difficult times. And as we went through the journey, obviously we learned a lot. And all this learning, obviously, the people like Khalid's Fitco, for example, Khalid's company or Wasim's company, the Deserve and Delta, they've seen basically both sides of the coin. Initially, obviously, we struggled through the implementation initially, because there was a lot to do. We struggled also through the COVID, because COVID was again another difficult situation. Not only the blockade, but the COVID has actually made it more difficult. There was less interaction with people, face-to-face meetings were not possible, business interruptions and all that. But I think, like you said, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we went through, we worked together with the industry, without obviously, we have to acknowledge the participation of the energy sector. توطين basically is the energy sector, okay? All the energy sector companies, the money, the contracts, and the need will come from the energy sector companies. These are the likes of Qatar Energy LNG, QCAM, Capco, CAFCO, CAFAC, NOC, All these are the guys who are the end users, and these are the guys helping us in obviously creating the business for the local companies to prosper and to localize. So it's very, very important to acknowledge these people as well, and to ensure obviously that we are entering the second phase of the localization. We are getting into maturity in certain clusters. If you have attended the presentations this morning, you will know that we have 6 clusters basically spread across the energy sector abroad, and any of those clusters have a certain maturity, and that maturity basically is reflected on the number of suppliers and our partners that we have today, either being created from scratch or obviously expanding from the existing businesses, and their maturity and their participation in the market. So there will be obviously more to come. The second phase is actually going into the, as we call it, a horizontal expansion. So we started with vertical expansions, as we call it, which is the developing the people within, or the companies within a certain service or product. Now we will be also looking, going forward in the next 5 years, is how are we going to develop our suppliers horizontally, right, across the other sectors, or the sub-sectors, or the activities that we're going to have, and across also the clusters. So there is a lot to do, lots of work to be done, and lots of collaboration. So do not hesitate. If you are a supplier sitting there today, basically this is open to everybody. They do not hesitate to come and talk to us, and talk to, obviously we have a team, a very, very dynamic and passionate team. And I can mention I have Ahmed Kwari on that side, I have Rodrigo Said, obviously is standing there. Khalid, maybe you can stand up, the people can say, they can see you. Here you go. So come and talk to us. We are very open, we are very transparent. We support obviously whoever has a great idea to help the localization in the energy sector in Qatar.
Thank you, Salim. It was indeed an exciting journey, and it was a learning curve. And without the help of all the stakeholders in the sector, we wouldn't have achieved what we achieved today. So future, as Salim has said the speech too, and there's always room for improvement. There's always things that we can improve to capture more technologies, more localization. Mr. Nabil, can you share with us, coming from Apex and with new technologies, what do you see as improvements in the program to attract more investments and more localization?
Bismillah ar-Rahim. Thank you so much, Saeed and Salim, for this opportunity. Actually, Apex is a unique company. Apex is a company that owns a patented technology in produced water treatment. Introducing new technology by itself is a challenge, being in any market, despite Qatar. Being a national company and having technology and you want to introduce it, it's a bigger challenge and a tougher challenge. So we've been through a learning curve, and we found the support of Qatar Energy and توطين as well. We've been able to do successful pilots within Qatar, and from there actually we've been accepted into the program. However, I think in the future what could happen is to ensure that to ease the process of onboarding of new technologies in terms of national companies, there has to be an expedited program, because having new technologies, national companies with a new technology is something that will definitely diversify the economy. It will embed the technology locally, and then you can grow elsewhere within the region. I mean, we have projects, we're talking to customers in North Africa at the moment, which are commercial projects. So you will have a national company that provides service outside of Qatar, not only in Qatar, which is something I think there is room, and I know Salim and you guys are working towards easing that process and the way forward, inshallah.
Thank you, Mr. Nabil. Very valuable inputs and insights from all you gentlemen. Any other comments, some open questions, or the panelists, if you would like to have?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I represent Aqua-Chemi Venture Gulf. We are a chemical service provider, also the solution provider to the energy sector. We completed almost 16 years of our journey in the state of Qatar. We as a company, we strongly believe in giving something back to the community. It's there in our DNA, so hence we decided to build a manufacturing unit in way back 2017. Basically, this unit is to produce specialty chemicals for the energy sector. And 2021, we got in touch with توطين, and we have been excited by the توطين initiatives, especially for the in-country value. So we decided to participate thanks to the توطين management, and our team was totally involved, or having discussion with them. And we decided to build the second industrial facility in Salwa new industrial area. We brought a Japanese technology into state of Qatar to produce locally, and especially for, again, this is for the energy sector. And how do we sustain, the partnership between the anchors and the local service provider? It's pretty important for the future. But this is the only way we can, sustain it. There are a few things which we need to, look into it. One is the long-term commitment from the energy sector.
انتبهت للشركات الصغيرة ومتناهية الصغر وسهلت لها في دخولها تحت مظلة توطين. وطبعا احنا كشركات بشكل عام، احنا شركات نخدم بعض. يعني انا مثلا كمصنع، اذا انا بصنع منتج معين راح احتاج الى مصنع مثلا يصنع لي عبوة، او مصنع اخر يصنع لي كرتون، او مصنع اخر يعمل لي كذا، او شركة مثلا يكون عندها خدمات تحتاج. فهي احنا نكمل بعض، انا اكمل غيري وغيري يكملني. ولذلك النجاح اللي نصل اليه جميع الشركات، احنا نصل الى نجاح معين وجاهزين لمشاركة هذا النجاح بما يفيد جميع الاطراف. اذا وجد شركة عندها مثلا فرصة او مقترح او مجال معين، والمجال هذا قد يفيد جميع الاطراف، فلا شك ان احنا ننجح مع بعض يعني. اتمنى انه يكون في مثل هذا الموقف دعوه وتشجيع للشركات الصغيره ومتناهيه الصغر انها تحاول ان تحقق النقاط المطلوبه وتدخل معانا تحت المظله.
Allah يبارك فيك دكتور خالد. I'd like just to close, I think, if you allow me, Said, I think for the sake of time as well, because there is a presentation now that will be delivered by Ahmed Al-Kuwari and Rodrigo. They will be showing you as well basically how, as a supplier, you will be able to participate in the investment opportunities that we launch. But just to close on, I think, on the high, again, I'd like to thank you for being here today, for your interest. I'd like to thank our esteemed panelists for basically for their participation. But I wanted just to give you some highlights on and as I said, Ahmed is going to give you more details on this. As a participant in توطين, you basically have lots of perks. You will have basically advantages if you participate and you win a tender. And some of these will be, as I said, will be highlighted by Ahmed and Rodrigo. So please stay. There will be another 20 minutes presentation from the guys. We will be here for you if you want to have questions or have one-to-one discussions with us. All the team will be here. So, and I think with no further ado, we'll finish we'll close this panel. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Honestly, exciting stories that we